What's going on, guys? It's Keefe. Every guy wants a great relationship, yet it seems like most of the time guys are either getting dumped, they're miserable, or maybe they're even getting cheated on. Now, why is this? Well, one of the biggest reasons is guys keep dating the wrong kinds of girls. To be honest, about 90% of women are seriously not worth being in a committed relationship with. And on the other hand, about 90% of guys are also not worth being in serious relationships as well. Both genders are kind of pieces of shit for the most part, if we're being honest, but if you're watching this channel, that's not you. You're trying to be great, so you deserve a great girl to be with. So in this video, I've got 5 red flags that you should avoid dating these types of women. Several of these have screwed me up personally. In particular, number 4 was one I had to learn the hard way. Now, before we get into all that, I made this channel to help men create their ideal lives through self-mastery. So if you're guys out there looking to level up his life, become the best man he can possibly be, hit that subscribe button and bell icon so you don't miss my new videos. I put out new videos every single day. Now let's get into the video. All right, the first sign, the first red flag is you wouldn't date her friends. People are the sum of the people that they spend the most time with. So if she's got 5 overweight friends, she's going to be the 6th. If she's got 5 friends that like to go get drunk and slut around, then she's going to be the 6th. It just makes sense. If she's got 5 great girls for friends who are just on their stuff and high character people, she's going to be the 6th as well. So this works in both directions. But a great question to ask yourself, because a lot of guys get very emotionally attached to a woman and they start fooling themselves, is just look at her friends, because you're less attached to that, and you can ask yourself, would I date these friends? And if the answer is no, you probably shouldn't be dating this girl either. The second type of woman is the single mother. The question is just like, why would you cuck yourself? Honestly, why invest your blood, sweat, and tears into another man's offspring? It just makes no sense. One of the great motivators as a man to pursue greatness is you want to have a great woman so you can have great offspring with her and you can pass your genetics on to the next generation. So why would you invest your life in taking care of another man's genetic potential? It's not the kid's fault, but also it's not your responsibility to pick up that tab. And there's tons of great women out there who aren't in this situation. Also, unless the woman was widowed because her man died in battle, or he was a police officer and he got shot in the line of duty or something like that, what does it say about her judgment if she finds herself in this situation? Do you want that kind of person in your life? This is the kind of stuff that I get left hateful comments about, but honestly, it's true. What does it say about someone's judgment if they find themselves in that position and now they expect you to clean up the mess? The third red flag is a woman who doesn't share your values and your goals. A lot of times guys get real attached to one woman and they want to make it work because they're emotionally invested in it. And so they ignore all these blind spots in the potential future of this relationship. So perhaps maybe you want to go live in a certain area and she wants to go live in another area. You like warm weather, she likes cold weather. That one's not even that big of a deal, but maybe you're very career oriented. She's very much like, she wants some guy who's just like, he's home at 5 o'clock. He's got the basic kind of job and he's just kind of like that typical beta male provider kind of guy. Well, if you got 2 different aims in life, or maybe she's a really headstrong woman. She wants to be working in the company, doing all these things, and you want a woman who's more of a home builder. Well, those kinds of things are just incompatible, and it's nobody's fault. It's only your fault if you choose to keep trying to pursue something with a woman who's not a good fit for you. The real issue with this is that for whatever reason, 99% of the time when the man and the woman in a relationship are at odds on the direction of the future of the relationship, either it's going to get broken off or the man is the one who submits to the woman's frame. He's the one giving up his goals. He's the one giving up the business. I've heard so many stories about guys, they're running these great businesses and they give it up for their girl. It's like the business is part of who you are. Like you're giving up a part of your vision for your life for this woman. Why does that make sense? And here's the problem with this is when you do this, you've now made this woman your goal, your vision, pretty much, because you sacrificed what you did have for her. Now you've put your future, your goals, your hopes, your dreams in the hands of a person who could totally shatter that for you and leave you broken with nothing. So this is a huge mistake. You got to put your faith, put your goals, put your vision on something that really inspires you, and the right woman will join you on that journey. Now, before we get on to number 4, it is the end of the year. And what do guys always want to do moving into a new year? They want to change their lives. They want to improve. They set resolutions. They go after goals. And one of those big goals is fitness. Everybody wants to get their bodies right. And if that's you, you want to have your best body ever in 2021, I've got a surprise for you. You can get my Unleashing the Alpha workout program for 20% off between now and the end end of 2020 using the code Alpha 2020, which you can copy and paste. It's in the description box of this video. Just put it in at checkout. You can get the complete 7-week workout and nutrition plan for 20% off between now and the end of the year. Now let's get on to number 4. So the fourth red flag here is she complains about her exes. This is one I had to learn personally. I dated a girl and she would talk about her ex. Not like constantly, but she would bring him up in this very vitriolic kind of way, very emotionally charged kind of way. Well, what do you know happened? About 3-4 months after I've been talking to her, she went and cheated on me with him, okay? Like, it is what it is, but that was a lesson I definitely had to learn, because if somebody is still talking about somebody for better or worse, they haven't gotten over it. They're emotionally invested in this person. I believe the red pill people call it an alpha widow. She was an alpha widow, this girl I was talking to at the time. And so she just hadn't gotten over the guy. He'd beaten her down. She'd complained about all these horrible things he did to her. But what do you know? She's still going after him. She can't leave. She can't get away from him. You know what I'm saying? So if you find a girl who's continually talking about her ex, that means she hasn't put that to bed. She's not going to see you as her best option because she's still comparing you to this guy. And this guy, oftentimes a lot of these women who feel this way towards a man, they were kind of damaged. And so the man did some damage to them psychologically, really tore them up. And so they just kind of want his validation so much because they want to feel good within, because he stole that inner validation from them. So if you find yourself with a girl like this is just a bad sign. You want to stay away from it, because she's just not going to be dating you. She's going to be thinking about this guy, comparing you to him. She's not really going to give you her best until she lets it die with this past guy. And the fifth one is a woman with daddy issues. These kinds of women are the ones that are going to blow up great relationships. They don't really know how to appreciate a real man because they didn't have a real man as a role model when they were growing up. They'll sabotage relationships. They won't respect you as a man. They're just going to be a total freaking headache. These types of women, you'll see them, a good way to tell that you're talking to one of them is ask them straight up on the first date about their relationship with their father. Also, if they've got a bunch of self-sabotaged relationships in their past, that's usually a good sign as well. One thing I've noticed, because I have dated a couple girls at this point with daddy issues. In fact, it seems like just about every girl I'm always dating has daddy issues, and it ends up being an issue. So I'm warning you firsthand, don't get into this mess. It starts really, really hot. They're super, super into you. And then it's like, you're like, man, this is great. Like, everything's going so awesome. This girl's just like totally into me. And the moment you fall for it and start like giving her back some of that validation and stuff, once she gets the validation, she goes cold. It's kind of like she just wants this sense of a man's approval. And then it's on to the next one, because she wants this feeding this validation hole within herself. And I just guess it just has to do with the fact that she didn't have a good father growing up. Now, if you got something out of this video, guys, you'll definitely want to check out my video on stop chasing girls and what you should do instead to get girls to chase you. I'll put that video right here. Also, if you got something out of this video, give me a like so I can reach more guys through the algorithm, and hit that subscribe button and bell icon so you don't miss my new videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you later.